Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jillian, and this is Simply Budgets. Today, we are going to go through my budget for the week. So my husband got paid yesterday, so I'm actually a day late doing this because I wasn't feeling the greatest last evening after I finished work, so I decided to put it off until today. So I'll do up my budget today for the week. Um, and then I'll be going to the bank later, and there'll be a cash stuffing video later today. So this is my binder that I use, and I'll do like a full flip through here. I created this one on Canva, actually, myself. I've taken different elements that I found that I liked, and I modified them to be my own. This is my monthly calendar. I think you can see that. This just, I put in, like, I liked the gnomes, and I think they're really cute, so I decided to create a calendar that showed me when each thing was due each month so that I can easily plan out that, knowing from this paycheck all of these items are going to be paid, and then from this paycheck all of these items. So I will show you how I go through that when I do my flip through and stuff like that. This was the original calendar, but I found it way too small, and I would have had to keep writing out everything that was due on each of those days, and I really felt that that was too cumbersome. But I left it in here because I printed double-sided, and I do like the things that are on the back side of that, so I did just keep that calendar in there. My monthly budget overview, I'd actually done that on a different piece of paper prior to this video. It just didn't get transferred over to my budget binder. So I'm going to take out my paycheck bill tracker. Oh, and I'm going to take out my wallet tracker as well. Because I like to have some money in my wallet, so I will plan that as well. All right, so we'll just get this set out of the way and jump right into it. Set that aside. I hope I'm in camera. There we go. Bear with me, friends. I am still learning. My lighting today is terrible. It is a little overcast today, so light's not coming in very good from my window. That's a little bit better, got a little bit more light coming through the window, so let's jump right in. Sorry about the angle. I will try my best to keep it straight, but honestly, I've always written on an angle, so I might just have to turn you a little bit. As long as you're still in view, that's the main thing. So this paycheck date is January 5th. And the income source was my husband's paycheck. And so I had actually gone through, I'll show you my worksheet, I guess. Before I decided to go with an A5, I had a full binder sheet here, and I had gone through earlier this week, and I had actually planned out everything, and I had to guess at my husband's potential income, and I see that he got a much nicer paycheck than we were expecting. So we have a little over $800 extra in this week's budget to work with. But so I'm just going to quickly zip through on this sheet what our recurring bills are, because I have it listed out already, and I've already done that. But I will walk you through what I'm doing and whatnot. So 28.78.73 was his paycheck. A little sip of coffee. I know it's beyond Christmas, and I know that I should probably put my Christmas mug away. I don't know if you guys can see this, and I can't really turn it, but I love these little mugs. They've got like raccoon and a fox on it, and I just can't bear to part with it just yet. So this is the last week for it. This weekend they'll be going away, but I'll enjoy it while I have it. So for the bills, we have these are recurring and these automatically come out of our checking account. So these are not things that I stuff for, but they are things that I have to account for each week. So we've got our RSP for my husband, and that is due on the 5th. It's $50, and of course the actual was 50. Tax-free savings account for my husband is the 5th. These are items that come out every pay for him. We just automatically have it set up so his pay hits our bank account and these automatically come out. We have a loan payment also on the 5th. So a lot of these are items that we pay every single week when we get paid, because nice enough, my husband and I actually get paid on alternating weeks. So he got paid this week, I'll get paid next Thursday, and then the following Friday he gets paid. So it is quite nice to have that a paycheck coming in every week. So what we have gone and done is any loans, our mortgage, our investing, we do that with every single paycheck. I know that they say that um, if you're following Dave Ramsay's method, that you're not supposed to invest while you're trying to aggressively pay off your debts. But we have been doing this for so long, and it is something that is important to us to plan for our retirement, and where we're already used to paying those, it just seemed easier to just keep things like investing into the tax-free savings account and the RSPs consistent. We will ramp up how much, like obviously $50 a week or every 2 weeks isn't really going to get us that far. It's only $100 a month, but that was all that we could at the time afford in our when our bills break down and things like that. So we are just going to keep that going until we get our debt paid off, and then we can focus on ramping up our contributions to our RSPs and our TFSA. Our hope would be that once our debt is paid off, that we can max out both of those contributions each year. One, because of the tax benefits, and two, because it sets us up better for our future and retirement. So this Capital One card is my husband's, and we pay $250 on it out of every pay that he gets. So it's getting $500 a month. So that covers the minimum payment, the interest, and then an additional. We have his life insurance. This is a monthly payment, and it comes out on the 10th. So I put that in the wrong order, but that's okay. As long as it's all accounted for, that's the main thing. $14.70 a month for that. We have oil payment this week. Also going to be paid on the 5th of 20607. Our TELUS. So our TELUS is going to show up a couple weeks in a row. It's technically not due until the 20th, but our contracts are actually up with TELUS, and we chose not to upgrade our phones. It was going to be a significant output for us right now, and it's not a priority. We don't really use our phones for anything other than basic social media, texting, that sort of thing. So we sat down and we talked about it, and we weighed the pros and cons. Do we sign a new contract with getting a new phone, or do we just pay the remaining balance on our two phones and go from there? And the financial cost to us was actually much more reasonable to keep our phones, but that meant that our cell phone bill this month is going to be almost $600 with those payouts on it. So we have decided to break it up between when they sent through the notice that it was going to be on there and when it was actually due, so that it wasn't a hit in one week, because that would kill our budget. So we're just going to pay it every pay, and then it'll be cleared off by the end of the month and we can start the next month fresh. My husband's spending is actually sent to him electronically. He prefers to have that in his account, just so that with his job and stuff like that, he's not carrying around a lot of cash. So he just uses his debit card. So we transfer to his personal account the $50 for his spending each week. And then also from this pay, I am actually going to be accounting for our car payment, which is actually not due until the 11th, which technically is the day that I get paid. But later in the month, there's some significant higher bills that will end up coming out of my pay. So what I like to do is in the weeks that I know we can afford to do so, I will account for upcoming bills from the following week's pay out of a current week's pay, just to kind of make it a little bit easier for planning and whatnot. So this is all that is going to automatically be coming out of or staying in our bank account for the following week. So this total adds up to $1457.84. I did add that up off camera. I'm still learning about video editing and I haven't quite figured out how to speed things up yet. So I didn't think you wanted to sit through me individually adding up. So that leaves a leftover amount of $1,420.89. In our weekly envelopes, these are the ones we always stuff. These are our priority envelopes. So there's groceries, gas, pet care, eating out, household, my spending, miscellaneous, and entertainment. Now, there are a few of these that if our budget was tight, they would get skipped. Entertainment gets $10 a week. So this is 10. Miscellaneous is 15. Household, I know I'm kind of all over the place, is 20. I get 50. Eating out gets 50. Pet care gets 50. Gas gets 75. And groceries gets 100. Now, I will add these up because I am not sure I added it up properly. So, got 100, 75, 50, 50, 20, 50, 15, 10. Adds up to 370, which is actually what I had allocated. I just wasn't sure I had done my numbers right. So that leaves $1,050.89 remaining. So then for our sinking funds, we have vehicle maintenance, and it will get 25. Nope, it's actually getting 30. This is supposed to be over here. So I had gone through and figured out all these numbers already, but they're actually different because I'll put the original numbers in so you can see what I had originally budgeted and what we're actually doing. Because of the $800 extra, it made things a little bit easier, and I'd like to put a little extra outside of what was actually budgeted for that. So that means that this is actually going to get 30. And then next we have memberships. So these are things such as Costco, Canva, um, Net. Oh no, Net. Well, okay. So here's the thing. Netflix, we do account for currently in this section each month. But what I'm trying to do is going for like for the following year, I want to have all of our subscriptions and memberships come out of this. So Netflix, Prime, all of that is going to be accounted for in this. So that's kind of there, and we don't have to worry about accounting for it from a paycheck each week. So we are putting $15 a week into a sinking fund so that things like our Costco membership, which actually was already paid for January 1st, so it was accounted for in last year's sinking fund envelope. So that's already been paid, so we're now saving up for next January. Our Prime is due in November, Canva's due in November, so I have a goal of $450, which would cover everything, and that is how we're going to reach that. So we're going to put $15 a week in until December to cover all of that. Home renos, if you've been here for a while, you know that we live in a century home, and that comes with unexpected costs. So we have a sinking fund for any unexpected expenses. So I'd only budgeted 20, but we're actually going to put 45 into it. Anniversary is going, I had budgeted 20 and it is going to get 20. We have until August to save up for that. Actually, I set a goal of July because I would like to have that saved up before our anniversary so we can make any reservations or anything that we would need. Travel, I budgeted 45. We're going to give it 50. Christmas is going to get 30. Birthdays are going to get 15. And then it's Mother's Day and Father's Day are each going to get their budgeted amount of $5. So that is adds up to $215, and that leaves a leftover of $835.89. So I am going to make an additional payment on my Capital One card of, I had budgeted for $200. I'm actually going to make a $500 additional payment. And then my other credit card with RBC is going to get, I didn't budget anything because I had paid a bunch on it last week, but I'm actually going to put in an additional 100. So that adds up to 600. That leaves $235.89 from $835.89. So that means that for my monthly challenge, I had actually only budgeted 105. I'm going to put 140 into it this week. Emergency is going to get 50. I had budgeted for, I actually hadn't budgeted anything there. Monthly challenge was actually all that I had originally budgeted, so it's going to get 50. My $10 challenge is going to get 40. And my $5 challenge will get 5. So that should add up to $235, which leaves 89 cents, which we will leave in the account to earn interest. All right, so that's the budget for this paycheck. And now I'm going to go through and determine from my groceries and gas and things like that what I'm actually going to put in my personal wallet so that I have some money in case, because these these totals here, these envelopes, my husband and I both come in and out of them. We share those. So I can't put the whole $100 into my wallet because he wouldn't know where to find it if he was actually the one that was running out to get groceries or anything like that. So I'm probably not going to put anything for gas in because I now work from home. And so I'm not usually the one driving the car. So if I was going out, I would grab like 20 bucks or something like that, just in case the car hadn't been left full. But for the most part, that is my husband that takes care of filling the vehicle. So for groceries, I will be putting $40 into my wallet. Eating out will get 20. My spending will all go in there. So that will be $50. The miscellaneous, I usually put 5 in my wallet just for anything that is needed. And the household, I don't usually put anything in my wallet for that unless I know that we're running low on something and we actually aren't. So that's what I'm going to plan when I go to stuff my wallet. And now this is the worst part. When I designed this, I set it up so that it printed double-sided, but that meant that my envelope category, my cash breakdown, is actually on the flip side of this. So that's why I usually have this sheet to refer to, because it drives me crazy to be flipping back and forth. So we are going to need to pull money for, and I just want to make sure I'm still, yeah, I'm getting dry, need some coffee. I don't know about you guys, but I love my coffee in the morning. Nothing better to start the day. Groceries, gas, pet care, eating out, household, miscellaneous, my spending money, vehicle, maintenance, home reno, memberships, anniversary, travel, Christmas, birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, monthly challenge, emergency, $10 challenge, and $5 challenge. All right, so groceries, 100, gas, 75, pet care is 50, eating out is 50, household is, oh, did I say 20 for that? I think I did. Yeah. 20. Miscellaneous is also, oh, it's 15. 50. Vehicle maintenance is getting 30. Memberships is 15. I wrote those out of order. Home reno is 45. Anniversary is 20. Travel is 50. Christmas is 30. birthdays are 15, 5, 5, 140, 50, 40, and 5. So if I've done if I've transcribed these properly, these should all add up to, oops, if I can add properly, 820. All right, keep that number in mind. Let's see if we can remember that and write it on a piece of paper here. 820. I don't know about you, but my memory's not as good as it used to be. And now we'll add all of these up and just, sorry about the dog hair, cat hair. We have 2 large dogs and a cat around here, so they seem to want to sprinkle their confetti everywhere. All right, I'm $10 off somewhere. What am I missing? You guys probably saw it right away, and I am 175, 50, 50, 50. Household is 20. Miscellaneous is 15. 30, 15, 45, 20, 50, 30, 15, 5, 5, 140, 50, 45. They're all transcribed properly, so I missed something somewhere. I did that 50 twice. I knew it. I'm still 810. So, is my math on my original sheet wrong? Let's see. I know I added this up. One I didn't add up was this one, I don't think, but anyway, well. This is real life, people. This is what happens. Just when you think you're cruising along, that equals 370. Things don't add up. 30, 15, 45, 20, 50, 30, 15, 5, 5. That equals 215. That equals 235. Plus. It's 820. Oh gosh. What am I missing? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a photo of this, and then I don't have to flip back over. And all right, let's look at what we got on the screen here. 100, 75, 50, 50, 20. Oh, I put this out of order. 50, 15. Oh, wait. Found it. I forgot entertainment. There's my $10. See, this is. You guys probably saw that right away and we're like, go back. All right. Problem solved. They all add up. So this is 820. Finally. So we do 520s, 3, 60, 75. We do a 50, eating out again. 40, 50, 20, 15, 40, 50, 30, 20, 45, 15, 20, 50, 30, 15, 5. Okay, this one I'm going to have to come back to because I have to go and count out stupidly. I count out what each mitten will add up to, but emergency, I'm actually just going to put a $50 bill in there. $10 challenge is going to get 4 10s, 1 5, and 1 10. I mean, really, I know I'm going to be coloring in $140 worth, but let's see. So this is my savings binder. So it would be, what are we doing? 10 to get us caught up to where we're at. Or is it 11? I don't know. We'll find out. So it's 10. Okay. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 5s. You guys are probably thinking I'm crazy doing it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 20s. 1, 2, 3 10s. All right, so that should get us to 140. 80, 30, 30, it's 140. Okay, now add these all up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 15, 16. 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 22. And 3 50s. This should be 70. Should be 160. Should be 440. This should be 150. $820 on the button. Perfect. All right. Oh yeah, and paycheck date, January 5th. So now I will go and do up my teller slip. You can bear with me. I normally have this sitting out so that I can add it up. My bank bag. This is from Janet Greta Budgets. And the teller slip I made myself. Where is my Sharpie? There it is. All right. So to go to the bank, I will write out, transfer these numbers over, 14, 16, 22, 3. And I love it. I don't know about you guys, but our local bank machines, you now can ask for the denominations that you want at the tellers or at the bank machine. So I don't actually have to go to a teller to get my money that I need. 820 was my total. I literally go in and I just start at the bottom and I say I want 350s, 20, and work my way down, and it works out perfectly every time. The only issue I've had sometimes is some of the bank machines don't have 5s or they don't have 10s. But I will see what we can do this morning, and then this afternoon I will take care of filming the couch stuffing for you all. So I hope you have a wonderful morning, and we'll see you this afternoon.